today we're going over what is cover. Cover starts on page 253 of the Starfinder core rulebook, and there's a lot of ways to get this. It's going to be best suited, what's going to be really well suited for your technomancers or mystics that don't, choose the feat to slather on, heavy armor, or anybody who really just wants to stack the books in their favor in a firefight. DMs, you can also use this to make your fights more challenging without throwing a bunch more space goblins that would have you into the meat grinder. Its cover starts, its base bonuses that it gives you are +4 to your bonus armor class and +2 to your reflex saves against attacks that originate from a point on the other side of cover. So like if you and, say, a space goblin are on the same side of cover, obviously that's not going to help you out too much. One neat thing about cover is that it does give you immunity to attacks of opportunity. It's basically a good way to think of it. Say you're hiding behind a counter and you're looking for a way to flee. That guy with the laser rifle or that Shireen host with the laser knife, we'll say, isn't going to be able to slash at you because there is that barrier between you, and you can still use the cover to sort of serpentine your way out of there. There's low obstacle cover, and this is basically, say, a wall or an overturned column that's half your height, that you're not sort of crouching behind if you're standing up behind it. This only sort of works if you're within the 30 feet or 6 squares to said cover, and the attacker ignores it if it's closer to the object that you are, because it makes it easier for that attacker to shoot over it than you are able to duck behind it. There's soft cover. There's a lot of ways that you can get this, whether you're, a big strong vest and you're able to grab, say, some bystander or some other assailant and move them in the way of whoever's attacking you, or if there is sort of a horde of beasts or people running away from, when gunfire breaks out and there's people running to and fro, they might get blasted instead of you. You aren't able to, it only gives you the +4 to your armor class. It doesn't give you the +2 to your reflex bonus, as in you can't take stealth. For reasons that make sense. If you're grabbing somebody and moving them in your way, that takes, care of it, like you're not able to move as fast. Or, if the people already know that you're really sort of there and there's a, bustle that breaks out, you're not going to be able to hide behind them because, they're already moving about. There is partial cover, and this is if more than half of you is visible. Say if it's like a knee-high sort of cover there, or anything like below half height, you get a +2 to your armor class and a 1 to reflex saving, those having that bonus that you would normally get. Improved cover is things like, say you're in a gun turret or in a fixed location. This will double the bonuses, a +8 to AC and a +4 to your reflex saves. There's a few different ways to get this. Say a fight's coming and you have your engineer cobbled together along with the help of your technomancer, like a gun turret for your soldier to use, or if you're on a crashed spaceship and you are able to get into the turrets, that sort of thing. Typical cover, I'm assuming, is things like, anything that you'll find. A table that's been overturned, a countertop that you're hiding behind, a car, things like that, that can be, broken away. With total cover, more information about this is on 271, but this creatures can't directly attack you, sort of thing, like, if an enemy doesn't have line of effect to you, that counts as total cover, and an enemy can't make an attack that targets you specifically. So one way to work around cover is grenades are a mainstay for that. A lot of them aren't just for, direct attacks, they're for flushing people out. A lot of area of effect things can sort of move around cover. This is like, if you, I've never really used Stinking Cloud or Itching Cloud in a lot of my games, but I feel like that would be useful, to sort of, move around an object rather than, make it through. Or flanking maneuvers, things like that will be great for, working past cover. I hope you use it a lot in your games and, you get as many advantages and fun as you can. Thanks for listening to 20 Sided Night, and have a great day.